Yeah, all the above. I mean, a lot of the issues that we've been having, whether it's one-run games, extra inning games. Certainly, we've had a losing streak working for us, so there are a lot of added tensions going on when that game was looking the way it did for a little while, and to have that spirit of the comeback and get his big hit after big hit was awfully fulfilling.
Bob, if you're Mark Canna and you're talking to your grandkids 40 years from now, do you mention you get 4 hits, or do you say you got 2 hits off Clayton Kershaw?
He's going to have games where he's going to have 4 hits, 2 hits off Clayton Kershaw. Probably lead with that.
Bob, how pleased were you with Felix Doubront's performance?
Very. I mean, he only gave up 1 hit. Granted, the ball-strike ratio was pretty close. He was actually very effectively wild today. What he walked 5 or maybe 6 or whatever it was. Yeah. So his base runners were more via the walk, which gets your pitch count up there. But to be that effective and not too many hard hit balls, and knowing that you have to go out there and be pretty efficient and not giving up any runs with Kershaw on the mound, I thought it was a great start.
How nice was to see Billy come through in the clutch there?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, he needed something like that, and really, getting the guy over too. And that's the type of approach he's going to need to keep the ball in the air off the ground. He has the ability to hit the ball the other way. So in that situation, he's trying to get him over, but obviously trying to get him over with a hit too. And it was a great swing he took.
Kershaw only gave up 1 run, but you guys got him up to 116 pitches. How do you think you did against him?
It really early on, it looked like he had his pitch count under control, and that we were going to have to score off him to get him out of the game. But then right there at the end, we started to get his, make him throw a few more pitches and get his pitch count up, and obviously get him out of the game when we did. But for a while there, he was pretty efficient in where he was going with the pitches, and it looked like he'd be in there for a while.
In the last couple 3 innings, you were able to drive the ball in the air more, which is something you haven't done as much as you would have liked. That kind of elevation from your hitters you like to see?
Yeah. Anytime you see the ball in the gaps, and you're squaring it up, it's good to see. And we've been a little remiss with that here recently. But the inning where we our right on rights, we had a very, very thin bench, almost 0 bench today with some of the injuries we had. So really all we had was Voter available today, and with some guys banged up out on the field too, would have had to pick one particular spot for Voter. So the righties knew that they were going to be in there some bats against righties, and had real good at bats.
Bob, after the flight, getting in here at 2:20, 2:30 in the morning, you got to play an extra inning game and then a day game tomorrow. Well, are you tired or not?
Not right now. It's usually the second day with the day game, but if you lose a game like that, now you go home and you have another game the next morning, get up early in the morning. It's a little easier to handle after a nice win like that.
Clearly, Crispin and Lowry were not available tonight. What about tomorrow?
We'll see tomorrow. Ike too. Ike was a little banged up as well.
As of now, is Doubront going to make another start?
It's right after the game. I certainly don't see why he wouldn't, but it's probably early for me to comment on that. Certainly, unless something transpires in the meantime, he deserves to.